Wow, it is a beautiful day today. You might know that most of my videos are pretty the same when it comes to the structure and what I do in them. I mean, I throw in like a little cinematic at the beginning. I do all that, but today I wanted to have a little talking segment with you guys. I guess explain some of the lore behind me, I don't know. So if you've seen all my videos, I am a car enthusiast. Pretty much all my videos are surrounded by cars and my personal life. Believe it or not, cars is not the most important thing to me. There's things that are much more bigger than that in my life, but cars have been a big part of it as well. But I kind of want to give like a little bit of backstory of how I got to this point, how I became a car enthusiast. So real quick, let's learn the story of how I got here. Also, apologies for the lighting. So it kind of all started in 2021. I was 18 years old, just graduated high school, didn't really know what to do with myself at the time. And being 18, we were starting to explore more expensive hobbies. I was a big gamer at the time, and all I really did with my money at the time was build my desk setup, which I still think was very awesome. But one of my closest friends, who is still one of my closest friends today, he was the start of it when he pulled up on me in a 2017 Honda Civic. He was the first person that I knew that was starting to do stuff to their car. And to this day, that Civic still holds a very special place in my heart, but it belonged to a close friend of mine. And it was ultimately what got me interested in wanting to have a cool car. By the way, it wasn't Chris, we hadn't met yet. The riding in that car was the first time I experienced the thrill of a modified car at the time. So fast forward a little bit, I was inspired to get a car. I had no interest in cars prior to that, but it was all downhill from there. It's like really windy, by the way, so excuse my hair, excuse the noise. Now, here was what I was shopping for at the time. My favorite car of all time at that moment was the 10th gen Civic. And if you own a 10th gen, whether it be a Type R or an SI, or even an FK7, FC1, I still think they're some of the best looking modern cars, at least in my budget. I don't know, I love the 10th gen Civic so much to this day. I don't care what trim it is. So at the time, I was looking to get either an FK7 or a DC5. To this day, I would still love to own an RSX Type S. So I was saving up the money for both of those actually, but I still didn't find like the deal that I thought was going to be the one. But then it was August 2023 where something changed. A family member of mine owned a 2017 ND1 Mazda Miata RF, and it was the car that I learned manual in, but I had never really seen myself owning a two-seater. I thought it was really impractical. I mean, if you look at the other options I was looking at, there were hatchbacks, and both had at least 4 seats. But if you didn't know, I'm a very sentimental person, and this 2017 Miata that I learned manual in, I was very attached to it. Again, I had no interest in Miatas at the time. Now, said family member decides to part ways with the car, and I didn't want to see that with anyone else outside of our family. So I bought it off of them. Did it deplete all the money I had saved? Yes. But I don't think anything can beat that feeling of getting into the car that was now yours. I mean, at that time, I had never had a car and fully known it was mine. Oh my God, there's hella squirrels. I don't know why I filmed this at a park. But at that time, I had no intention to modify the car. I was going to keep it as is because I loved it as is. All I wanted was to have a cool car and just wanted to have genuine fun. And you better believe that when I first got it, the top was down every single drive, even if it was at nighttime, 50 degrees. Okay, we gotta go meet up with some of the boys right now, so let me get back to you after that. So today I'm addressing that rattling issue that I mentioned in the last video. It happened kind of recently, and I kind of found the reason why. Came down here under the car and saw that part of the mid pipe is literally resting on that brace right there. I don't know when it started sagging that much. Also, yeah, this is how I'm holding the car up right now. Don't worry, I'm not like going fully under, but it's just sitting on top of that brace, so therefore that's what's like rattling while idling. So I don't know if it was always sagging like that, but I'm gonna remove the brace real quick just to see if anything is like loose with the mid pipe. And also I'm at Zach's place doing this because I don't really have space in my garage right now. So from now on, for reference, this place is called Zach's Jack. Zach's Jack. This is also my tuning shop. I mean, he has like a whole PC setup right here, so it kind of works out. Okay, well, let's get under the car real quick. So the brace was just covering like the actual mid pipe, like right here. It wasn't even covering the O2 sensor or the flange connection right there. Is that even called a flange connection? All the brace was doing was just existing. So we found the solution, remove the brace. So this is a successful day at Zach's Jack already. So thanks, Zach. Bye. I just finished adjusting my coilovers for like the past hour. I couldn't dial both of the front sides to be equal. Not the best method, but I was eyeballing it all. All right, I'm a little rough right now, so it's time to take a drive home, let the spring settle. Thank you to Zach's Jack for letting me do my work here. Gabe just spent the whole time wrapping that area black. Hey, it doesn't look like a catfish anymore. It just looks like a fish. Thought I would continue this in the car. So this is where the story gets a little interesting. We're gonna skip forward to October 2023. At this time, you know, I'm not really doing too much like car stuff necessarily. I started to do some like the basic mods. I bought coilovers, and that's where I kind of met some of the friends that you guys know today. At the time, I mostly had mutual friends on like TikTok. I didn't really know that many people in person when it came to the car community. One person that I knew was this guy who did like car photography. His name was Vaughn. And actually, it turned out that we went to elementary and middle school together, which is pretty funny. But I think the reason why we followed each other was because we went to the same gym, I think. But then another person that I had met at the gym was a guy named Chris. So this guy, Chris, I recognized him because I actually went to middle school with him. And I was next to him at the gym one day, and I was like, hey, did you go to blah, blah, blah? And he was like, yeah. Hi, my name's Chris, my name's Dylan. And then we became friends after that, pretty much. Boys become friends really easily, I'm telling you. So a little bit after that, I decided to go to my first car meet. It was a meet that Chris was hosting, local to us. And I wanted to go to just, you know, show some love and check out some cool cars. And that was really sick. That was my first meet ever. I saw a lot of cool builds and a lot of cars that I didn't know lived in the area. And then also that night, someone introduced themselves to me in person, and it was that guy Vaughn. And he was like, hey, you from TikTok? I was like, yeah. You from TikTok? Hey. And from there, the three of us kind of started hanging out. So Chris, Vaughn, and I, we started going to meets like every weekend. It became like a weekly thing to go to San Jose or Fremont. I started to meet a lot of people through them too. Through them, I met a lot of great people, and all those people I'm very appreciative to know. Now, also becoming friends with them, I started to create more content on my car. So from there, about a year went by, and I had done things to the car that I did not think I would have done. I freaking made the car louder. I think I did like an NVIDIA exhaust, headers. At the time, it was nothing like crazy. It was like kind of just essential things to do. But if you had asked me if I would do that 5 years ago, I would have said hell no. I was very against those things before becoming a car enthusiast. Now this story has been a lot of yapping. So now we're in like August 2024, and we've been to hella meets. The car is not very stock anymore, and I'm mostly creating content on my car. Are you ready to eat everybody?
What? How does buns?
So today we're actually at a non-car event. We're at Everybody Eats Festival in Alameda, California. So this is actually mostly like a clothing, like food kind of thing. It's not a car show, I know. As much as I want to grab food already, there's some shopping that we kind of want to do already. So it's so hot, so I gotta make sure that if I do pass out, I at least have some stuff bought already. Hey yo, we came here to escape the car stuff. Get some sustenance. I think we're like this close to passing out. Like a moth to a flame. I'm not gonna lie, this is a buzz zone, but the spot's hard though. Whee!
gonna get in some shots while we're here, probably for short form and stuff, but you know, sometimes you gotta appreciate the views that are local to you.
Yo, bro just aired out. What?